I'm going to talk a little bit about the gospel, and then I want to talk a little bit about the first reading too. The gospel is difficult to encapsulate in just a couple of sentences, but I'm going to try, okay? The Jewish people were given dietary laws. We know of them, we hear them now called kosher laws, right? What would be an example of a kosher law? They're not supposed to eat shellfish, okay? Not supposed to eat shellfish, that would be one of the things. Not supposed to eat pork, that would probably be the most common one. And that was given to them, and they are not to do that. And that distinguished the Jewish people from the other people. And it was also, I think one of the best readings I had read of it, it was a way to distinguish them from the Gentiles, and it was also a way for them to kind of do a sort of penance. Okay? You know what I mean by penance, right? And when Jesus comes, he wants to tear down the wall that separates the nation of Israel from all the other people. And he wants to start a new time, if you will. He is constituting a new Israel, from the 12 tribes of Israel to the 12 apostles, okay? So he's starting something new. And Mark interjects here, thus he declares all food clean. Now, let me tell you, St. Peter had an issue with this, okay? Because when he sees the sheet come down and he hears the voice that says, slaughter and eat, he's like, nothing unclean has ever passed my lips. And then the voice says, don't call what God has declared clean unclean. And so this I said I was going to do it in a couple of sentences. I'm not doing it, okay? So, once upon a time, whether it was good or bad, we can debate later, okay? Once upon a time, universal law of the Catholic Church, don't eat meat on Friday. Universal law. Was it because the meat would make you defiled? No. It was an act of penance. It was a physical, substantial reminder that Jesus died on Friday, that Jesus sacrificed his very flesh, if you will, on Friday. But it's not the meat that would defile you if you ate meat on Friday. It would be the disobedience that comes out of your heart. And Jesus is trying to explain to the people that it's not the shellfish or the pork that is evil. It's disobedience, it's unchastity, it's theft, it's murder, it's greed, it's malice. And your dietary restrictions are about tempering those things. It's not the pork rinds that are getting you. It's evil in your heart. And they had gotten things backwards. That's how they could say, you don't wash your hands, you're bad. But we're going to have to kill you because you don't wash your hands, and we're good. Okay? It's like, okay. And so Jesus is trying to speak to us. Because we can do the same thing. It is out of our heart that comes evil. We're not contaminated by cooties. We're contaminated by sin. Solomon is pretty cool dude, isn't he? The Queen of Sheba was breathless at seeing his palace, seeing the food, seeing the servants, seeing all that he had. Not the half of what I had heard, and I couldn't believe how great what I had heard was, and here I have come. Guess what's going to happen to Solomon tomorrow? We're being set up for something here. Just like Adam and Eve, just like King David, guess what's fixing to happen to Solomon? Solomon is going to pride goes before the fall, right? So Solomon is he has reached the pinnacle. There's only one way to go, and he's going, okay? And so it's this story over and over again. And Jesus is the new Adam. Jesus is the new David. Jesus is the new Solomon. And he is going to overcome the sinful nature that has a way of getting us all. So thanks be to God for Jesus Christ, who gives us his grace that we may understand God's commandments and even keep God's commandments, but only through the grace in Christ that is given to us. So Solomon, yeah, he's somebody today. Tomorrow, let's try to be somebody today and tomorrow, okay? In Christ Jesus.